This conference will now.
Good morning. This is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Friday, the 16th of August. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own chart. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right. Yesterday, we saw a breakup, and it was a very, very clear breakup. I'll talk more about this on the daily charts, but we saw a very nice move up, and we've reached the next big level of resistance, which is the monthly pivot. But this is most of the way back now. This is really 3/4 of the way pretty much back on ES. And really, I'm looking for some retracement here. We got a lot of sell signals. We've had the last two fail, of course, but we've got a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed on ES. We've got a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed on NQ. We've got a full size, a weak 60-minute sell signal fix on RT1 as well. On YM, we got a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed now. We had a bit of divergence, but sorry, I'll mark that in when I'm putting up the charts with the recording. We just about almost lost the divergence there. We've got a 60-minute sell signal, which is fixing at the moment on DAX. And we've got ESTX, we've got a 60-minute sell signal fixed as well. So basically, we've got sell signals fixed across the board. In terms of the monthly pivots, we're testing the monthly pivot on ES, we're testing it on NQ. Not close to a test on RTY, and we're testing it on YM. On DAX and STX, we're close, but no cigar yet. But we're on an obvious big resistance level. It's Friday. We are pulling back a bit. And really, chances are we're going to see some retracement today. And then I think there's a pretty good chance we're going to break over those monthly pivots next week. Let's talk about that. All right, let's have a look at the bigger picture charts. Here we are on ES, and you can see we've broken over this declining resistance trend line yesterday. This was the break of the daily middle band, this was confirmation, and that was the breakup. Now, I was saying, looking at the SPX chart, I had this very nice, hang on, which SPX chart am I talking about? It's this one. I did say when we reached this low here that we had a very nice support trend line, and that might well be flag support. That is looking like flag support. Now, there's still a possibility we come down and do a lower low, form a larger flag, but for the moment, we've got a bull flag which has broken up with a target at a retest of the high at 4669.87. And even if this is a double top, it's a compelling target because SPX really, really does love its retests. Big highs or lows, 70% of them tend to be some kind of a double top or a double bottom. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a double top when we reach it, but I'm saying it could be. And if we are still making a significant high, then it is entirely logical that we would be going back and retesting that. So we will see how that goes. But at the moment, we have broken up. We've got a provisional target back at a retest of the high, and we're stalled at the monthly pivot. The monthly pivot is at 4528. We broke it slightly yesterday. A bit of a pullback today in consolidation, maybe a back test of this broken resistance trend line currently in about the 5470 area would look logical, but would still look bullish. So I'm thinking we may well be seeing that today. All right, let's have a look at NDX. NDX, we had a daily buy signal on the RSI 5. I was saying it would probably make target. It's made target. Again, we've broken over the declining resistance there. We've broken over the daily middle band with some comfort, and we are testing the monthly pivot on the upside. That's a significant resistance level, and it's a good level to see a pullback. But at the moment as well, we're not seeing anything really suggesting that this isn't just going to be a pullback before we go back and retest the highs. Could we be forming an IHS here? A bit oversized, but maybe, yes. So I'm watching this and seeing if we get a retracement. Ideal right shoulder low would be in the 18721 area. Looking at Dow, 60 minutes, no current divergence. Daily, back over the daily middle band with a hell of a lot of force, and then obviously testing the monthly pivot as well. Again, logical area to see a retrace. Let's have a quick look at IWM. Right, IWM, looking at the 15-minute chart. Bit of negative divergence here. This still looks like a pretty decent flag, actually. Let's just draw in some of the trend lines here and check them. But this would make a nice looking flag. The main reason I'm thinking this isn't a flag is because of what is happening on the other three. But I'm quite liking this. It's okay. We've gone a little higher. It would have been much more of a decent pattern with the anchor here, which we haven't got. But certainly, that is possible. And because this retracement has been weaker here, it's still in the size where I'd be thinking in terms of bear flag first, if it wasn't for the fact we're looking at all the rest of the stuff and it's not really saying the same thing. Looking at the daily charts, coming up to some resistance here up in the 215 area, and we're reaching the daily middle band as a resistance. I'm expecting this to get over it, mainly because I'm looking at the other three, and on the other three, it seems fairly clear it's likely to get over it. Just have a quick look at DAX and Nikkei. Might be looking at retest of the high on DAX, which kind of looks like a flag. Maybe on Nikkei too. We made the double top target here, so the initial patterns here have played out. We had a head and shoulders here, we had a double top on Nikkei, and I posted at the beginning of the week, I think, that they had already made target. We will see. Okay, let's have a look at DX. DX, I think this is a bearish triangle or flag forming here. Might see a bit further upside within that. ZB, we pretty much made it to the IHS target. May well go higher, possibly go back up and retest this high. CL, we saw some more downside yesterday. This still looks like a flag forming, and that looks like now a 3-wave flag which is forming. I'm still leaning towards the upside and a target in the 82.5 area. NG has finally made it perfectly to my neckline. That's looking pretty good. Now, of course, the chart's going to change a bit this weekend because we're rolling into October. I'm rolling into CL and NG October later today, but I think this should still be a pretty decent IHS forming. Ideally, we would pull back here into about the 2.05 area, and then we would move up from there. That, on a sustained break over 230, would give us a very nice target in about the 2.7 area. We will see how that goes. All right, GC. It's going higher and looks as though we're going to retest the all-time high, which is something I would like to see. SI, I've got to say, this is looking an awful lot like a bear flag channel. It is a perfect channel. We've got a 60-minute sell signal fixed. I'm wondering about that. Obviously, that's swimming against the tide with gold seeming to be going back to the all-time high, but it's certainly something I'm keeping an eye on. In HG, we made it almost to the double bottom target. So chances are it's going to go a bit higher. We don't have any negative divergence at the moment, though we came close. All right, let's have a quick look at currencies. Right, USD, nothing really preventing this going higher in my view. The sell signal has made targets. GBP USD seems to have finally found some life here. Possible IHS, which is breaking up here with a target and a retest of this high here at just below 130.50. USD JPY, this looks an awful lot like a bear flag. It doesn't have a nice anchor, but it still looks a lot like a bear flag. Maybe about to break down. USD CAD, of course, we've got downside target from this head and shoulders. Looks like a bit of a rally before it breaks down. We haven't reached the possible near miss target yet on the buy signal. Australian dollar. This is a nice looking IHS, so I'm not seeing anything to say this isn't going to make target. We will see. NZUSD is possibly forming a head and shoulders to go lower. I'm not really expecting that to deliver, but watching with interest. We've got a 60-minute buy signal, which has now reached the possible near miss target. KC, still kicking around. I'm still expecting to see a retest of this high here in the 255 area. SB, nice looking double bottom, hasn't really done anything yet. CC still looks like a bear flag forming or triangle, setting up a retest of this low in the 6,000 area. On CT, retest to the low as expected. Nice looking double bottom, might deliver with a nice rally. CW still got a nice looking double bottom, has done very little this week. Corn, the same. Soy has gone down a bit this week, maybe setting up another small double bottom. I've got to say, on the bigger picture, the daily buy signals on the grains are looking promising, but I've got to say, these have been very, very quiet. Lumber, we've made the initial target at 535, maybe extending to 545. Live cattle looks like a bear flag forming, and Lean hogs looks like a bull flag forming, which is broken up. Obvious next target would be retest this high here in the 78.7 area. All right, great. Let's have a look at questions and recap on ES. No questions so far, so if you've got any, drop them in. Okay, we've got sell signals across the board. Some of them are weak sell signals. I think we've got 4 weak and 2 strong, but I'm leaning towards seeing some retracement today. We've hit some resistance at the monthly pivot on ES and on NQ and on YM. I think we're pulling back from that a bit. Bigger picture, I think the chart that is likely the one to be watching here is the SPX chart, where we have broken up from a likely bull flag. Now, it could be that we're going to see a hard fail and go down, make a lower low, make a larger flag, and then come back up and retest the high. But at the moment, we've got a target to retest the high. We're looking at what looks like a modest pullback at monthly pivot. I'm leaning towards seeing the retest of the high in the not too distant future. So I'm thinking odds favour pulling back today, and then likely head back up and retest this high next week. We shall see how that goes. All right, well, roll on the weekend. Everyone have a great weekend, guys. I'll have everything posted shortly, and I'll catch you guys later.